Hello everyone, this is John Fawcett, the Warning Coordination Meteorologist for the National Weather Service Office serving southern New Mexico and far west Texas, and today is Friday, September 18th. This is a weather briefing discussing a potentially wet weekend, maybe even some flash flooding. But we're going to tell you the worst case scenario since there are so many outdoor events scheduled this weekend. Heavy rain and possible flash flooding. Moisture levels will be deep enough for us to consider this. Also, if you get enough surface heating and instability, the strongest storms could produce damaging winds in the form of wet microbursts. And then finally, with all those outdoor events scheduled, they're definitely going to be affected, maybe to the point of being delayed or even canceled. Now, as of this evening, Friday evening, the front is still to the northeast. It's approaching. The deepest moisture is still to the south and southwest, though we've seen from the past couple of evenings that there's been enough moisture for thunderstorms. It's just going to get more and more of a thunderstorm potential as we go on. Saturday morning, the front should have slid in from the northeast, not completely through the area yet. Moisture continues to increase from the southwest. Notice we're between an upper high to our southeast and an upper low to our southwest. That just channels the moisture up from the south. So early Saturday, probably not any thunderstorms due to lack of surface heating, but things are getting primed. So by the time we get to Saturday evening, the front stalls, providing that low-level lifting mechanism, and the deep moisture is moving overhead. The events peak when the storm potential peaks. That's unfortunate, but it's something you need to know in advance. As we get into early Sunday, overnight storm activity could persist, weakening obviously, but depending on how much cloud cover and light rain is left by Sunday morning, that could affect Sunday afternoon and lessen the potential for a repeat of Saturday's storms. And looking at Sunday evening, the upper high is pushing further west. That should push the deepest moisture further west, so that the main activity will be focused in Arizona, maybe west of the Continental Divide in our area. And also it depends on how much surface heating is able to take place after Saturday afternoon, evening, and overnight storms. Now Monday, this is a bonus because this is after the weekend, but the upper low to the west will be making its move. Now, could that push the deepest moisture east again over our area? And with little disturbances on the front side of that low, could that give us another evening of active thunderstorm activity? We'll try to keep you posted on that, but for now, let's focus on this weekend and the uncertainties. Again, if there's too much cloud cover, then we have weaker storms. That would be beneficial, really, because then you'd get lighter, more manageable rain, and we need the rain. One of the computer models limits the action to mainly Saturday afternoon and evening and doesn't give us a whole lot. That's another solution you might want to hope for. Another uncertainty, how much moisture will be decreasing on Sunday? And again, how much cloud cover left from the previous night's storms. If Sunday turns out to be mostly sunny for much of the day and you retain a lot of the moisture, that could be active once again with thunderstorms. And finally, the track of the upper low Monday. If it stays too far west as it lifts to the northeast, we won't get much effect from it, and Monday may not be that much of an active day. Currently, no watches or warnings are in effect, but in a worst-case scenario, we would have flash flood warnings issued for certain areas. You want to keep your eyes on that and monitor the latest. And that is probably the most likely warning that we would issue. After that, possibly a flash flood watch if it really looks like the large area is going to get soaked and flooded. And then maybe even less likely, depending on how much heating we get, would be severe thunderstorm warnings for damaging microbursts. So again, the expected impacts: heavy rain, possible flash flooding, and maybe a few damaging microbursts. A lot of events could be affected, possible delays or cancellations. It's just the timing of everything. You know, the peak of this weather scenario along with the peak of the events. So monsoon 2015 wants you to be reminded that it ain't over yet. These are the places you can go to for the latest weather information. We have our NWS chat room for the emergency management community and media, and then our Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Those are great sources. And then finally our webpage. Please check out our webpage at weather.gov/El Paso. Thank you for your time, and hopefully this won't be the worst case scenario.